Goes down, Bart. You go weak or strong? Go strong. That's one I would want you to call weak. Hey, it wasn't true.
We've got stars on the team, obviously, but I just do my job and do it the best I can.
Do you think it helps you having an Akil, or does it kind of work both ways? You help him, you being there.
I think it works both ways because he gets a lot of the sacks, and I think I take more double teams than he does, and he does a lot. He has a lot more big plays, but I feel like I help him get those sometimes.
Sure.
He's always had great hips and hands. What he's really developed the ability of is to analyze the play and get off of a block. He's gotten real good at chasing down guys and being able to release off of what we call release off of a block. He works real hard in practice on the releases that we, to teach him to blocks. And that's really what he hasn't made plays just the ones that are ran at him. He's been able to go from side to side and cover a little bit of ground there as well. And again, that's one of the reasons I think that we've kind of played so well defensively towards the latter part of the season.
Yeah, I mean, you've been around enough teams, the Akils, the Pals, they're nice and all, but he's the kind of player that I guess wins championships.
It is. It's the role players. You're going to have guys that they get the attention, like you said, Akil Byers, Taylor Powell. But if you don't have those role players, those second level guys to step in and really play well, you're not going to be able to get the state championships. You're not going to be able to get to where you want to go. Every team has those top level guys, but it's really those guys that are role players that take ownership of maybe not being in the limelight all the time, but being able to make plays and contribute to the team. And Willits has done a great job, and I think he's got a chance to play on Saturday.
Our big thing that Coach Blankenship talks about is us going 1-0 every week, and that's a mindset that we've always had. Because especially now in the playoffs, because if we don't go 1-0, we don't have next week. There's no tomorrow.
What about you? I mean, what have been your goals, and what have you tried to do to just make yourself a better player?
I just put in reps when I can. I do my workouts. I do everything I can to help the team.
And I mean, how do you think how much have you seen yourself grow as a player this year?
I've definitely seen myself gain a lot of experience and just general skill on the field, just from last year to this year especially.
Do you have any goals beyond this year in continuing to play?
I've got a couple schools looking at me that I think I'm gonna go to play for. It really is just a matter of time for it.
Over my years of coaching, when we've had good runs through the playoffs and championship teams, you have to have guys that as seniors really step up and become not just functional, but become really good players. And I think Daniel Willits is a all-everything kind of player this year, and it's kind of come out of nowhere, because he's waited his turn, but he is really dynamic. He cares, and he's making plays.
What did y'all see just that kind of developed? I mean, maybe that was a question mark area. What just kind of developed as the season wore on that really brought that out?
Well, preseason it was a question. We were really trying to figure out who would that guy be, and we thought it would be him and maybe 2 or 3 other guys that we were going to kind of rotate in. After we got out of the Greenwood scrimmage and then the first game, the message continued to be, Willits is not hurting us. In fact, he's pretty solid. I think we're pretty strong, so we were beginning to worry a little more about defensive end because he just began to be so steady.
Special in that regard.
I just don't think he's driven by all that. I think he is getting to do something he really loves. He is getting to be a part of a championship run as a senior. I think he's a Bulldog through and through. And so it's just his time, and he's really enjoying it.